Can I film this? I want to be one of those people that
My name is David, and for the last few years, I've been testing out popular internet recipes from the comfort of my parents' basement. But now, I am hitting the streets to not only test out some of the most iconic restaurant foods across the country, but also to try to show you how to make them at home. This is David versus Restaurants. What is going on, guys, and welcome back to season 2 of the DVR series. Now, I couldn't think of a better way to start off a brand new season than something as absurd as a pizzerito and bringing back an old friend to try it, Ali from the Cookie Connect. So technically, this could be considered a BuzzFeed test too, because it's been on BuzzFeed, it's been on Insider, it's been on a bunch of different blogs. It's basically been everywhere. I've known about it for months, and we're finally here today to give it a try.
Let's do it. I'm really excited to eat right now. I'm starved. So this is...
Sometimes they might bump up the score of the food when I'm here. Hello. Oh boy. Just go for it. Holy God.
Okay.
Wow.
Alright. They got like a plug on the bottom too.
Wait, you think they did it on purpose?
Oh, probably.
I feel like it probably is.
We're being watched. We're being watched.
I just don't tell owners or whatever.
It's up to you guys.
It's for you too, but that's
Yeah, no,
That's
cool.
okay? Alright, let's do it.
But cheers.
Take it. Oh.
Make it and
Cheers. This is so good.
The crust makes a much better burrito wrapper
Yeah, it's
than
like
I thought it would.
it's like really chewy. Like there's not like a, you know what I mean? Like it's not like really crunchy. It's just like a good. It has like good give.
Because most crust has a crisp, and it's almost like they purposely didn't do that.
Yeah.
To make it
I
nice
agree
and
with that.
pliable.
It's really thin too. Like if you look, it's not really thick.
At first glance, you would see this and think it's a pizza rolled up with a bunch of crap stuffed inside. It's baked 3 different times. It's got 5 or 6 different food items in there. This might be harder than it looks, but I guess either way we'll find out. Now, if you are brave enough to try to make this at home, you're gonna wanna grab some flour and yeast, water, olive oil, salt, and sugar. Now, obviously, those are just the ingredients for the pizza dough, which I'm gonna make homemade, of course. This is actually from Tasty's recipe of their perfect pizza. I have made this probably over a dozen times now for just different meals at home, pizzas, sandwich bread. It's come out great every single time, so I'm gonna use it again today. I am gonna let this proof overnight in the fridge to develop some of that fermenty, yeasty flavors, and hopefully it'll be just as glutinous and stretchy and easy to work with as the one from the pizzeria. Next up, we are going to tackle the vodka sauce. I grabbed some heavy cream and vodka, olive oil, penne pasta, San Marzano tomatoes, a shallot, pancetta, and fresh garlic. Now, I don't want to toot my own horn or anything, but I have made this recipe hundreds of times now. It's one of my favorite pasta sauce recipes. In my opinion, the fresh shallot and garlic are key to this. Also the tomato paste, which I forgot to mention at the beginning. Safety-wise, the key is to not burn your eyelashes off when you flambe your vodka.
I want to be one of those people that
Now that it's about 8 degrees hotter in the studio, I blended up some of my tomatoes and threw them in. I also just crushed some with my hand to get some nice chunks, and obviously loaded it with salt, pepper, a bunch of other spices, parsley, basil. I finished it off with my heavy cream, and this was smelling and tasting fantastic. I then moved back over to my cutting board to prep my mozzarella cheese. I shredded one of these entire blocks just for the pizza surface, because you need 2 layers of this. And then with another block, I chopped up some sticks, very obviously, to make some mozzarella sticks, which is our next step. Grab your flour, your eggs, and panko breadcrumbs and get to coating. I don't really mind doing this stuff at this point. It's quite therapeutic for me, just because I can turn my brain off and spend the next 20 minutes just kind of, you know, daydreaming about what else I could be doing other than the same frying of foods every couple weeks. I also forgot to mention I threw some salt and pepper in the panko breadcrumbs. Also, this might be sacrilegious as an Italian to say, but a panko over Italian breadcrumbs any day. I think that much crunchier bite is just more satisfying in general. Especially in something like this, when it's gonna be surrounded by pasta and sauce and cheese. It's a nice difference in texture in there. Once I popped all my mozzarella sticks and chicken in the freezer for about a half hour, I began to fry up everything, and all that stuff pretty much went smoothly. Now onto my pasta. I think the key here is gonna be to severely undercook my pasta, and the reason being is because it's gonna continue cooking when you pull it out of the water. It's got a little bit of baking to do, and then it's gonna continue cooking even after that. So I'm literally just parboiling this. Once I had both my penne and the ravioli done, I tossed them in some of my vodka sauce, and I think it's time to move on to the pizza portion. I grabbed my fermenting dough and began to stretch it just like I would any other pizza. I am very limited size-wise because my pizza stone is gonna be a lot smaller than what their pizzas probably come out to be. I stretch this as I would any other pizza, except I'm gonna have to trim a lot off just because my pizza stone is quite small, especially compared to a legit pizzeria. And once I had my stone blazing hot in the 500-degree oven, I pulled it out and just formed the pizza on there because I don't feel like struggling with a pizza peel today. I only gave this about 5 minutes in the oven before I pulled it back out and loaded it with all of my stuff, because this is gonna cook 3 separate times. I divided my pizza in 3 sections, one for the penne pasta, one for the ravioli, and then one for my chicken cutlets, which I did chop up in some little cube shapes. And then I loaded on my mozzarella sticks, some more cheese. This thing, I don't know what this is looking like. I gave it another couple minutes in the oven till everything melted down together, and here's where disaster kind of struck. I don't know if I overcooked the dough too much. I don't know if this dough recipe just wouldn't work for this, but we got quite a few cracks when I tried to roll this up. At this point, there's no turning back, so I popped it in the oven for the 3rd and final bake. It came out looking brown, a little oozy. That cross section is something else though, so let's give this a try. So we actually still have some leftovers from before, obviously because we couldn't finish the monstrosities. Visually, I'll admit they got me beat. The crust just, it got way too like craggy. Maybe I rolled it too thin, maybe my pizza stone was too hot. I don't really know. We are gonna give them a try because I'm confident in the flavor.
Okay.
Let's do it.
I hope anyways. The bottom's not even cooked. Well, it's not, it is cooked, but.
It's cooked. Mine's cooked.
I will say, I did broil this at the very end just to get some color on top. It was already cracking. Are you good? Fun fact, he was on a Food Network on what show?
It's called Bakers versus Fakers. It's like not really that exciting, but it's still something.
No, that's exciting.
Okay, things I will say. The sauce, really good. I actually taste everything in yours more than I taste it in this. Like I can taste the individual pieces as opposed to like huge craziness. I'm gonna like bite this again.
Do it.
Is that okay?
I pulled this pasta out of the boiling water when it was still crunchy because I knew how much more it had to cook. And even doing that, I would say it's still a tad overcooked. Not terrible, it's not mush, but not perfect either.
Okay. So like on sauce and the pasta, you definitely have them beat. And I even think I would go as to say your chicken parm is better too.
I mean, I won't argue with it.
They beat you on the crust. So I would
I'll
call it a
gladly
tie.
admit that because that crust was bomb. I agree. From the first second, I was praising how good that crust was. Maybe if I made this a couple more times, I might be able to get a little closer. Is that gonna happen? No. I'll gladly take a tie. I agree. Some of the fillings are better, whereas their crust is better. At the end of the day, we're all happy.
I mean, I'm not mad. I'm just eating cheese bread and chicken, so I'm ecstatic.
I hope you guys enjoyed today's DVR. If you did, slap a like on this video for me. I really do genuinely hope you're enjoying the series so far. I've dumped a lot of effort into this, so let me know what you think in the comments. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram if you do not already. Other than that, I will see you right back here next time. Peace.
With the M without the AD. Flipping burgers and my money super lazy. Try and make a meal tonight, they ain't paying me. Try and supersize my life with my 18. Yeah, our style wasn't wavy, but we had a vision. We could make it up.